Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making the Danica top, which is a drawstring style top. This one is going to be a little bit more on the advanced side, so it's best suited for intermediate and advanced sewers. For materials, I'm using a yellow ribbed fabric, and I'm also using a yellow nylon spandex fabric for lining. A few other basic sewing tools like my rotary cutter and pins, and rubber elastic. I own both 1/4 inch and 3/8 of an inch, and this time I'm going to be using the 1/4 inch. There is a pattern available, and like I said, it's called the Danica top. This pattern is unique to my other patterns because for the first time there is a different piece for the lining than there is for the self piece, and you'll see why that is later in the tutorial. So the first step is cutting our front lining pieces. If you bought the pattern, this is going to be piece 1 and 2. As usual, leave a 1/4 inch of seam allowance, which for my international ladies and gents, that's going to be about 0.6 centimeters. Now I'm going to cut my self pieces using pattern pieces 3 and 4. Once that's done, you're going to cut 2 of the lining and 2 of the self in the back pieces, which are going to be pieces 5 and 6. If you don't want to have to use an S-hook at the end of this tutorial, then you can cut this on the fold to make it one continuous back piece. Cut 2 straps now, which I'm going to be making mine about 1 1/4 inch by 24 inches, and I am going to be going back and trimming them later. So next you're going to take your front pieces and line them up so that the lining and the self are aligned at the side that's closest to the shoulder. You will notice that your lining piece is going to be slightly smaller than your self piece, and this is on purpose. Pin all around the top and bottom edges of each, leaving room to insert your straps at the notches marked with 2 pins. As you sew, get as close as you can to the strap opening, leave some space, and then continue sewing. If you miss this step, it's not that big of a deal. You can always go back and seam rip a hole where the straps will go. Before finishing this stop, we're first going to finish off our straps. Sew them in half hot dog style, attach elastic, and then take them to the right sides. Since we want a strap for each side, we're going to take one strap and cut it in half. After trimming them, I ended up making my straps about 11 inches long each. Now insert each strap inside of the strap opening of the top. Sew across to secure each strap in place. Now we're going to go back and add our elastic. Attach onto the same seams that we just sewed, which is going to be the top and the bottom edges. Next, take your back pieces and finish them off on the 3 edges, minus the one that attaches to the front pieces. Attach elastic. At this step, you should leave a hole for the strap just like we did with the front pieces. Flip your back pieces inside out, and since I forgot to leave a hole for the strap, I'm going to go back and seam rip one. Now line up your pieces and straighten out the straps so that they don't twist. Insert the strap inside of the back piece and then access the inside out to secure the strap down with your machine. Remember to do this on each side. The next step is attaching the front piece to the back piece, and we're going to be doing this by reaching through the front piece and grabbing the back piece, bringing it through so that right sides are together. Now that one is inside of the other, you're going to pin it down and sew across all 4 layers of this fabric. Another way of doing it is you take our front piece and you flip it so that it's inside out, and then just insert the back piece, still right sides out, inside of it. You're going to match it up so that right sides are together. So once you've pinned, you're going to sew the sides. Again, this is going to be across 4 layers of fabric, and remember to do this with both pieces. So now that we have the left and right pieces done, we're going to attach them together. Match each piece with right sides together, then pin along where the lining begins. This is why we left our lining to be a little bit shorter. You're going to sew a straight stitch to attach these pieces together, and I would suggest going over it twice to make it extra secure, since there is a lot of pressure that this one straight stitch is going to be holding. Use lots of pins and take your time with this step to make sure that everything is lined up. Now that we have one piece, we're going to be making the strap channels. Take the extra fabric in the middle of the wrong side of the top and lay it down flat. Pin it down so that we can sew more straight stitches. It can be helpful to pin horizontally instead of vertically, since you can sew right over with your pin still in. Now we're going to straight stitch about 1/2 inch from the center for each channel. Make your channel big enough so that your strap can fit through it. Do this with both strap channels. So now we're going to take our other strap that we made earlier and use a safety pin or loop turner to draw it through the channels that we made. To finish off the back, you can use an S-hook. I found out that I'm allergic to this metal, so I skipped it this time and I just sewed the back with the right sides together. And I do like the way that it came out. And here is the final product. Alright, this is a super cute top and I'm very happy with it. It has a lot more coverage than my other tops, which I think would be great for a variety of cup sizes. It is a fun top to try and it's very in style, so I do encourage you to give it a go. And if you like the bottoms that I'm wearing, the tutorial for that is gonna be coming next week. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.